Welcome to the Auto Brief News. The future is approaching fast. Don't blink. I'm Amber Light.
And I'm Jim Khana. And apparently, we're talking about a limousine today.
Not just a limousine, Jim. The benchmark, the icon, the new Mercedes-Benz S-Class. 140 years of innovation, 2,700 re-engineered components, and a total digital ecosystem.
Digital ecosystem? Sounds like a fancy way of saying, I can't fix it in my barn with a 10mm wrench.
You can't fix a satellite in your barn either, but that doesn't mean you don't use GPS to get there. Look, Jim, this is the S-Class. It's not just a car, it's a masterclass in how a flagship stays relevant. They've updated over 50% of the vehicle. That's not a facelift, that's an evolution.
All right, educate me. What's the first thing I'm going to hate about it?
Well, if you hate status, you'll hate the new illuminated grille. It's 20% larger, features three-dimensional chrome stars, and, for the first time ever, the Mercedes star on the bonnet can be self-illuminated. It's an unmistakable light signature. It's basically the car saying, I have arrived, before it even pulls into the valet.
A glowing star? I remember when the only thing glowing on a car was the exhaust manifold after a hard stint at Le Mans. Fine. It's a status symbol. It's what S-Class buyers want. But what about the drive? Tell me they haven't turned the steering into a video game controller.
Actually, it's the opposite. The engineering is fascinating. They've got the new V8, the M177 Evo, delivering 537 horsepower and 750 Newton-meters of torque. And it's not just raw power. They've used a flat plane crank with a new firing order to reduce mass and vibration. It revs freer, Jim. It's smoother. Doesn't that sound like music to your mechanical ears?
Flat plane crank. Okay, that's a proper bit of hardware. That should give it a sharper throttle response. But let me guess. It's all buried under a mountain of mild hybrid tech and coasting functions.
That's the intelligent part of the drive. It has a 17-kilowatt integrated starter generator. It helps with low RPM torque and makes the start-stop function completely imperceptible. You're sitting at a traffic light in silence, and the moment you touch the pedal, it's instant propulsion. It's the era of intelligent speed, Jim.
I'll admit, the smoothness is a hallmark of the S-Class. I've driven enough of them to know they're meant to glide. And if they've got that airmatic air suspension with the new cloud-based damper regulation.
Yes, it's incredible. It uses car-to-X technology. If another car hits a pothole or a speed bump, that data goes to the Mercedes Intelligent Cloud and updates the suspension of other S-Classes approaching the same spot. The car literally sees the road damage before it happens.
Now that is interesting. It's basically a collective consciousness for road conditions. I don't like the cloud taking over the decision-making, but as a racer, knowing exactly what the surface is doing before my tires hit it, that's an advantage.
Exactly. It's about being informed. And speaking of being informed, the cockpit is the new MBUX Superscreen. 14.4-inch central display, 12.3-inch passenger display, all under one continuous sheet of glass. It's sculptural. It's minimalist. It's everything you don't have in your barn, Jim.
My barn has character. Your Superscreen sounds like a thumbprint magnet. But does it actually do anything useful, or is it just for streaming movies while the car drives itself?
It does everything. We're talking about the new MBUX virtual assistant. It's based on ChatGPT-powered and Google Gemini. You can talk to it like a friend. It has short-term memory. It remembers you. And it has these avatars, a human-like figure or Little Benz.
A digital avatar named Little Benz. Amber, you're losing me. I want a car that listens to my inputs, not a car that tells me jokes.
But it's an empathetic assistant. It uses dynamic colors, blue when it's calm, green when it says thank you. It's turning the car into an interactive environment. And for the rear passengers, it's a boardroom on wheels. Dual 13.1-inch screens, video conferencing for Microsoft Teams, Zoom, or WebEx. You can take a meeting from the back seat at 130 kilometers per hour on the Autobahn.
My daughter, Sarah, she'd love that. She's always on those calls. She tells me my vintage 911 is an environmental fossil. Maybe if I showed her an S-Class, she'd stop lecturing me on my carbon footprint.
See? Even you can see the utility. It's about productivity. It's about making the S-Class the ultimate personal retreat. They've even added heated seatbelts.
Heated seatbelts. Now that is ridiculous.
It is not. It's innovative thermal comfort. It warms up to 44 degrees Celsius. It's like a gentle embrace on a cold morning. It makes you want to take off your bulky coat, which, by the way, makes the seatbelt fit better and improves safety. It's a safety feature hidden in a comfort feature.
I'll stick to my Barracuda jacket, thanks. But I see what they're doing. They're solving first world problems with high-end tech.
That is the S-Class in a nutshell. And let's not forget the protection. If you're a head of state or just someone who needs a little more security, there's the S680 GUARD 4 Matic. It's certified VR10. That's the highest civilian protection level.
That's a tank, then.
It's a limousine with the soul of a bunker. It handles the weight beautifully because the chassis and transmission are custom adapted, and it still has all the digital luxury. It's the only way to be completely safe while having a video conference with your board of directors.
So, it's fast, it's smart, it's safer than a Volt, and it's arguably the most technologically advanced car on the planet.
Exactly. It's the definition of welcome home.
I still miss the engine noise. I still think you should be the one operating the steering wheel, not the MB Drive Assist Pro. But if I had to cross a continent, and I had to do it without spilling a drop of coffee, I suppose I wouldn't pick a 1974 Ford Escort.
I'll take that as a win, Jim.
Don't push it. Next week, we're back to the classics. I'm bringing in a carburetor, and you're going to help me clean it. No tablets, no AI, just grit.
Deal, but I'm filming it for the paddock.
Keep the shiny side up, everyone.